Everybody, welcome back to the Tony This Morning Show. I'm Tony T. Today we'll have picks right here from the NFL. College football bowl game on schedule for today. Also, we'll get to the NBA, college hoops with several games from the conference. Also have NHL at the end of the show. And then, of course, we'll close out with our parlay picks and peripherals as well, possibly. So let's say hello to Cappers and get right to the picks because we don't mess around here on the Tony This Morning Show. Let's welcome back Bo in full health, off the injury report, back ready to roll. Bo, what's happening?
Yeah, man, good. Feels good to be back, guys. I miss y'all, man. As always, ready to get to it, man. Let's cash these tickets today. How y'all guys doing?
Excellent, guys. Solo, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Coming off a decent day yesterday. Pick some nice little spots, made some money. Ready to do the same thing again. Let's get to it.
Let's get to it. All right, let's go here. Start here with the Monday Night Football game here. Kind of an interesting one here for the Lions. We got the Lions at 49ers. Right now, the line shows Lions 3.5. The scenario plays out here. Detroit plays Minnesota next week. Winner wins the division, gets the bye, gets the first round bye. Loser will be the 5th seed. This game here, 49ers have been eliminated. I guess if the Lions win, they can play for a tie and still win the division and get the first round bye next week. So that's what's in play here. Should the Lions win, otherwise they're looking at a short week next week as they play the Sunday night game at home against the Vikings. So let's get this one underway here with Bo.
Yeah, man. Everything you just said. Just kind of making me want to just go and get in and get out with the Lions. Dan Campbell gonna have these boys ready to go. With the 49ers being eliminated, dealing with a bunch of injuries. Right now, you can get the Lions in that first half, -2.5. I think that's the way you cash the ticket. I think they go in, like you said, they got the big game next week. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be pretty much focused on that. So they get that lead. They're probably, slow it down toward the second half. So I don't want to lay the 3.5 on the road. That's always the tricky situation, but I do think they'll be up by the halftime. So I like the Lions minus that 2.5 in the first half of the game.
We'll go in the first half in this one. Let's move on over to Solo.
Yeah, Lions and the 49ers. I'm going to lay it for the whole game with the Lions. I like the way they're looking right now. I think Dan Campbell knows what's in store. I think he'll, like you say, jump on the gas early. So I do like that first half with both, but I think he'll stay on the gas probably until mid-quarter, make sure this one's good and paced away. We're going to lay it with the Lions minus, 3.5? Yeah,
3.5 there. Yep. All right, there from Solo. The way I look at this one, to me, this was a very tough game to handicap. It's no way, not even going to have a premium in this Monday night game. First time I haven't had one. I can't remember in how long. It's just this whole scenario just has me up in arms. You're confused. It will be a short week next week. By the way, the temperature will be good. 50 degrees, light wind, clear skies. The Lions next week. It's the big one next week. I just look here at a vanilla game plan for Detroit. Not going to show a whole lot. I think you're just going to get in, get out. And that hook might come into play. I'd rather have the 3.5 in this spot. We got Debo, Jennings, Garendo, Kittle will be starting and playing in this game. Yeah, and I can only look here at the plus points. It's a weird situation here, knowing that the only reason for the Lions to win the game is they can play for the tie. Now, will that happen? Is it possible to have a tie game? It is, because there's only a 10-minute overtime. And if you have the game, you can just bleed clock. But next week it's for the marbles. So I'm just a little nervous here to lay the hook here with the Lions, knowing that it probably will be a vanilla game plan and really not a whole lot that this Lions are going to show. They're dealing with lots of injuries on the defensive side. They can't afford any injuries on the offensive side. That's what's bothering me. So far, their offense has been fully healthy. But if they get hit with injuries on offense, man, they're going to be in a lot of trouble come playoff time. So I just think here, I don't expect the Lions to show a whole lot. Wouldn't even be surprised if it sits some starters here. I would not be surprised. I'm just a little nervous about laying it here in this spot here with the Niners here in this home game, especially with those guys playing. So I'll look at the Niners here plus 3.5. All right, let's continue here on the Tony S'mores Show. Let's move on over to the Music City Bowl over in Nashville, looking at good weather there as well, as we got Iowa and Missouri going head-to-head. Missouri at 2.5. There are threes out there. You can find them if you want the dog. The total sits here at 40. Let's get started here with Bo.
Yeah, man, I found the 3 on Bovado. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm going to rock with in this game. It's always, man, you got to check them opt-outs, transfer portals. A lot of people not really getting those points, man. So be careful when you bet these bowl games. We got Missouri coming in, I think 4 offensive players, weapons. Wide receiver side is out. They're going to be missing 2 players on the offensive line. We know that Iowa defense has only allowed about 17 points per game, so that defense is going to really be putting that pressure on Cook. And I think that's going to be the difference, guys. I think Iowa's going to come in here fully healthy on defense. I think only 1 player is out. I think the cornerback is out, but Iowa is missing a running back. But I think the offensive line to be able to at least open up the hole for the backup. And I just think it's just too many points with so many key players out for the offense for Missouri. With the total being so low as well, it's kind of letting you know it's going to be a defensive game. So I'm going to grab no points for me. I think Iowa will keep it close, possibly outright win the game. So give me Iowa +3.
There from Bo on over Solo.
Yeah, Iowa and Missouri, I respectfully disagree with Bo on this one. I'm going to lay it with the Tigers. I'm going to lay the 3. Missouri's won 3 out of the last 4. I know Luther Burden, the 4th, is out. Some other key players is out. But, this SEC team got good depth, got good coaching. Iowa, same thing. I like Friends. But to me, the running back is out. He's one of the best backs in the nation to me. I really like how they get behind him and run. But without him, I don't really think they can keep up. Points will be premium. I would also look at the under, but I'm going to take Missouri -3.
There from Solo. Yeah, I'll break the tie here. I'll be with Missouri Solo here, -laying the points. Look for that 2.5 here. The Hawkeyes starting running backs, we said, is out. Also, their corner. Both starting quarterbacks will play in this game. But again, I was just struggling with that offense again this season. It wasn't as bad as last year, but still nothing to write home about. Averaging just less than 20 points a game this year. Missouri, they closed in the better form offensively, averaging 32 points a game, 65% completions, but 9.5 yards past them. Brady Cook, we've been talking about him for 4 years. He's a senior quarterback, probably to get a good look. Sometimes these Missouri quarterbacks get look in the NFL as well. So again, as we talked about with these senior quarterbacks who aren't really on these draft lists, their goal is to keep playing. Try to get into one of those senior games, those senior all-star games. Try to get into a training camp. Try to get into a practice squad. The goal for Brady Cook is to keep playing. And he's put up some pretty good numbers. And these 2 here with Iowa, Brandon Sullivan hurt his ankle. That's a starter here for Iowa. Remember, he came in because they benched McNamara, right? They benched, I believe it was McNamara. I got to remember who they had the quarterback got benched, but they benched one of their quarterbacks, their starter, and Brandon Sullivan came in. But he hurt his ankle and he's missed the last 2 games. He hasn't played since November 8th. So there's almost 2 months here where he hasn't seen action. So there may be some rust settling in. Solo said Tigers have covered 6 of 7. And Iowa has lost to 2 losing teams this year. They've lost to Michigan State and they lost to UCLA. So that game is in my memory bank, the way they looked against UCLA, because that was one of those standalone games on a Friday night. And I don't know. Missouri, SEC, their losses came to pretty good teams. They lost to Alabama, South Carolina, and Texas A&M. Those were their losses. So I'll go ahead and I will go ahead and lay it here as well with Missouri. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Spix Morning Show as we continue here as we move on over to the NBA here. So we'll get to take a look at the games for this evening. I think it's just a 7-game card. So we'll get started here with the Bulls and Hornets. We got Chicago road favorites here 5. There's 4.5, total 226. Knicks and Wizards. We've got the Wizards dogs here. It's the Knicks 12. There's 11.5s out there as well. Total 231. Clippers and Pelicans. We got here the Clips on the road 5. Total 221. We started off here with Bo.
Yeah, man, just can't get behind this Hornets team. They didn't lost their last 15 out of 16 games. Last 8 or 9, they lost 8 of those games by 9 points or more. Melo Ball is still dealing with injuries. This Bull teams has been cooking, especially against the Hornets. They're 7-0 straight up and against the spread in the last 7 meetings against them. Last 6 games on the road, Bulls are 4-2. ATS coming off a nice win against the Spurs in that span. I just feel like the Bulls just play fast. The offense been cooking, and I think they're just going to pretty much win this game by at least 10 points. So no way I can take the Hornets. I'm going to lay the Bulls minus that 4.5. You can grab that, but I'll take it up to that 5 as well. As far as that New York game, we just seen this game the other day. New York was lucky to come out with the win. They was down by 5 points going towards the end of that fourth quarter. They tied up one in overtime, but Washington has been covering these big spreads. I just can't lay it in a double back like this when these teams just played the other day. I'm going to take them 12 points for Washington, keep it close. And for the Clippers, man, they've been money on the road, 9-2 ATS in the last 11. There's no way I can trust the Pelicans, man. This team is giving up an average of 124 points in their last 5 home games. So I'm gonna lay the points to the Clip. They good at not turning the ball over, but they turn the ball over at a pretty high clip, and they're number 2 in that category. I think they're gonna force a lot of turnovers and get some easy buckets. I like the Clippers, man, on the road. I'm gonna lay that 5.
There from Bo. Just to update you on the injuries in this game. We got McCullum Robinson out here for the Knicks. Brunson is questionable. He has calf tightness, so he's questionable there for Knicks. But coming off that 55-point performance. On the Washington side, Bagley and Bay are out. Poole and Gill are questionable. In that Bulls game, we got Dosunmu, doubtful, Smith, questionable, Levine, and Giddy probable. But on the Hornets side, boy, these are some players here. We got Man out, Ball, Martin, Miller, doubtful there for Charlotte. Those are big key pieces there. On the Clippers side, Leonard, Tucker out, Man, doubtful. On the Pelicans side, still Alvarado, Ingram, Mikovic, Zion out. We keep hearing Zion's close to coming back. We'll see. And Yves Missy, a big guy, is questionable there. So we got you caught up with these injuries. We move on over to Solo.
Yeah, the Bulls and the Hornets. Yeah, Hornets just have too many injuries. They just can't score enough to keep up. I'm going to lay it with the Bulls. I like the way the Bulls get up and down. I think they'll push this total, get away from the Hornets. We'll lay it with the Bulls. The Knicks and the Wizards let them off the hook the other night. We were on the money line. That one got away from us. I don't really like this spot right here. I think these teams do get up and down. I'm going to take the total over 230. The Clippers and the Pelicans. Yeah, definitely don't like the Pelicans right now. The Clippers are playing good ball. Also think they'll find a way to slow this down. I'm going to take this total under 221.
There from Solo. I'll tell you what I think about these games. Yeah, I'm there here with the Bulls. Without the scores, it's just hard for the Charlotte Hornets to really get points in this game. We have seen the Bulls offensively been pretty good away from home there. Chicago actually over the past 5 games showing a little better defense, allowing 45% shooting, and overall over that period hitting 49%, 40% from 3 on the road. So they've been a very good shooting team on the road. And they started the road trips pretty well here to the spread, 6-3 of the spread on the road after a home game. So I'll look at the Bulls in that spot. Knicks and the Wizards. I like the over in this one. I agree with that with Sol. They're going to get up and down in this one. Wizards have gone over in 5 of their past 7 home games. And New York 4-1 the over on the road, facing these teams that force 13 or fewer turnovers. So these teams that don't apply much pressure defensively, New York, these games have gone over. So I'll look for them there. Knicks in fantastic shooting form right now. Yeah, the Clippers, oh boy, it's always tough to lay points with them, but I think they'll cover this one. The Pelicans, just a losing streak, failed to cover 5 of 6. LA here, 4-0 the spread on the road against losing teams. So I'll look here at the Clippers in this spot. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Smart Show. We've got 4 games left. We'll just do 2 at a time as we're moving through this show pretty quickly with light football scheduling and here as well. So let's get underway here with this next series game. We'll cover 2 in this block. Nuggets and Jazz. We got the Nuggets 7 on the road, total 240. Sixers and Trailblazers. We've got in this one the Sixers 6, total 222. I got a big red here in this Philadelphia game. Let me see what's going on with the injuries here. We'll start here with Denver, Utah. Gordon remains out. Kankar remains out for Denver. Collins doubtful. George questionable for Utah. And in this Philly game, we got McCain, Martin out. Gordon, Embiid, Drummond questionable. So it's the Embiid questionable tag here. I think that's causing it. On Portland side, Thibault out. Williams, Kamara, Bantam, and out. Jeremy Grant likely to play, probable here. So let's get started with Bo.
Yeah, man, we already seen Denver play Utah twice. This one a team that they can pretty much beat. Both games they beat them by double digits. I just don't see Utah being able to keep up with a team that's pretty much on them over the season so far. And in both those games, they stayed well under this 240. So that's what I'm going to target. I just don't trust Denver right now. I know a lot of their games were higher scoring, but the 2 games they played Utah, they kept them under 105. I think it was 103 and 101. And they scored about 120 about themselves. So way under total 240. So I like the under in that game. And like you say, man, the 76ers just struggling in the last game to beat the Utah Jazz. Now they got to go from altitude. I know they had a day worth of rest, but I just still don't trust 76ers, even with, they getting their key players back healthy. This Portland team has been scrappy. They beat already Dallas and Denver, in the last 3 games. I think they'll better keep this game close. This is a dangerous team, man. Especially at the house. I think they're 8-7. So I'm going to take Portland with them points, with them injuries for the 76ers.
There from Bo on over to Solo.
Yeah, Denver and the Jazz. I don't really like this Nuggets team. I like the way the Jazz been playing the last 6 or 7 games. They've been kind of playing hard. They've been competing. They've been scoring some points. I know they, didn't really perform well early in the season versus team, but you know how we do it, baby. We on the money line on this one. We taking the Jazz. I think they getting up and down. I think they find a way to get in the back door. I know George is out. I know what's my man John Collins is out, but this Jazz team, they're young. They'll get up and down. And this Denver team, they tend to play to the level competition. I think they'll give them a chance. Just like I gave you the Pacers money line yesterday. Let's take the Jazz money line today. 76 is in Portland. I think these teams get up and down. I know they have injuries, but a couple guys are still out there. Portland's going to fire to the end. I'm going to take this total over 223.
There from Solo. Tell you what I think about these games. Utah, when we look at Denver, 1-8 to the spread as a road favorite. That's just cannot trust Denver on the road here, laying points. I'm going to take Utah on this spot. Utah has covered 5 straight in this overall here, showing here they're making their threes 42% from 3 in this period and holding teams to 45%, shooting 33% from 3. So they've been able to improve the defense, has this Utah Jazz team. So I'll take them here at plus the price. Sixers in Portland. I will take Portland again. When you have the core healthy for Portland, when you've got in the lineup guys, Simon, Shadei Sharp, who's been really playing well, Grant, DeAndre Ayton, when all these guys are healthy, I like to take Portland plus points at home. Usually it hasn't been the case. There's always been one of those 4 out, but we got them all in, so I'll take them in this spot here. Trailblazers here. The Sixers have failed to cover 4 of 5, and they're struggling shooting the basketball. The defense has been bad over that 5-game stretch, giving up 48% shooting, 39% from 3. I'll take Portland there plus the points. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Six Morning Show as we'll close out the NBA with these final 2 games. We got Sixers. We talked Sixers. We got Mavericks at Kings. The Kings 4, total 228.5. Cavs and Warriors. Cavs open 1, now up to 4.5. This has been the line move here. The total sits at 229. We'll keep an eye on the injuries here. Luka's out, Ixom out, Marshall out here for Dallas. Lively will be questionable. Carter out, Crowder probable here for Sacramento. In that Cleveland game, Okoro, Travers out. On the Warriors side, we got Payton out and Podziemski, a key backup, out for Golden State. Moody probable. We start with Bo.
Yeah, man. My Mavericks, look pretty bad against Portland. Like I said, we just talked about how Portland has been doing pretty good against the top quality teams. But with no Luka Doncic, this team has been playing faster. They've been giving up a lot of points. I just can't trust them in this spot. But I'm going to look at it in a different way. I'm going to look at a player prop and start mixing those up on the line, guys. I know a lot of people like them player props. So we're going to target DeMar DeRozan over 25.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He cashed in his last 9 out of 15 for the season, 19 out of 26. So I'm going to target him with especially with Marshall being out. I think that's the one that's going to have on him. So I think he'll get loose in this one. He cashed it over in his last game against the Lakers without LeBron. So I think he'll have a big game tonight. So give me DeMar DeRozan over 25.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Now, this Cleveland game, man, we're seeing the Warriors had to come back from the Suns. And they play good defense, but I just don't trust their key role players, man. They don't average a lot of points. Steph Curry's the only one averaging over 20 on this squad. We got Cleveland coming in with Mitchell, Garland, and Mobley scoring 20 points or more on this squad. They're averaging 121, only giving up 110. I just don't see the way the Warriors will be able to keep up with this offense, guys. So I'm going to lay it with the Cavaliers.
There from Bo on over to Solo.
Yeah, the Cavs and Golden State. I think this is going to be a good one. I think these teams get up and down. I'm going to lean toward the over. I think the Cavs, push the pace in the first quarter. I think Golden State probably gets behind, but keeps this one close down the stretch. But I think we get over this total of 231. With Dallas and the Kings, I don't like this Kings team. They fired the coach. The players won out. I'm on the Mavericks with the money line. I think they find a way to get this one. I think Jason Kidd and Kyrie make the in-game adjustments. I don't think this Kings team really wants it very much. We're going to take the Mavericks on the money line.
There from Solo. All right, tell you what I think about these games. Yeah, I'm going to late here with Cleveland. This the way the Cleveland's looked here on the road. They're tops in road offensive efficiency, averaging 122 points per 100 possessions, nearly a +7 net rating on the road. The Cavs have covered 6 of 7 against the West, 9-4 the spread on the road. Golden State's just in a shooting funk right now. You look over their past 5 games, just 43%, 31% from 3. They failed to cover 6 of 7. I know it's a big number, but still, I'm just going to only look at the Cleveland side here. Of course, they have a key reserve out here for this Warriors team as well. Mavericks and the Kings. Kings have failed to cover 7 straight. They're not playing a lick of defense. De'Aaron Fox, when you look at his numbers are pretty good. He put 55 up not too long ago, but it seems that everybody wants to point to De'Aaron Fox. Look at the guys around him. They have not been performing. I mean, it's just blame Fox. But then when I start looking at the numbers, I said, what do you want this guy to do? I don't get it. I mean, you just want to run him out. You run up.
Got to be hurt.
What is it?
I said his back definitely got to be hurt.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, they say attitude, the way he talks to the press. Well, man, the guy's been there 8 years and the team's going the other direction. They haven't built around him. It's just him and Sabonis. That's it. Who else is on that team? I mean, it's just,
like you say, they traded for DeRozan, and Monk's supposed to be off the bench, but it's just really just not enough to compete in the West. It's just not enough.
No, it's just not enough. And they faced Detroit at the wrong time. They faced Indiana at the wrong time. And these teams have started to get better, right? These teams are improving. And the problem there is they just don't have a foundation to play defense. It has been like that for years. We've been saying this about this Kings team. They can't defend at home. They're a terrible home favorite. Our man, Buddy Mills would always bring that up. He's been a Kings fan. He goes, this team does not cover at home. They can't cover at home. They don't defend. And they were getting by here on the road, winning games and tightening the defense, but it's not road or home. Just not getting it done here. So we saw that, and maybe we'll see if there's some moves. And I'll look at Dallas plus the 4. I'm going to ask Solo here because we keep an eye on those Lakers. We thought the Nets were going to move players. You think the trade here the Lakers made, or Dorian Finney-Smith, do you think he can shoot that 40% and then be forced to play defense? Because we know that the Nets were just trying to build up trade value and not really focusing on defense. What do you think the move they made with the Lakers?
I think JJ was a big fan of him. I heard, that he had spoke highly of him in the past. I think he can come in and play a little defense, played in some competitive games with the Mavs. I think he'll find a way to fit in. Like you say, just catch and shoot guy, try to extend, play a little defense, help us out. I don't think it gets over the hump. I think we need one more move, but I don't really know what we have.
Yeah, and I do like the fact they didn't wait till the end at the trade deadline. Get them done. You got to get these moves early. Like we saw with the Mavs with P.J. Washington, they boom, got it, get it done. Bo, I know if Smith played there before you get Mavericks. What do you think about that move the Lakers made?
Yeah, I like it, man. You know what I'm saying? They definitely need to get that defense right. Like Solo said, Benny played for us for a little bit. I like his game. I think it add value to the squad. But I think they still need, maybe another piece or two to get over that hump.
And don't sleep on Shake Milton. I mean, he had some good time there, Solo, with Philadelphia, but not of much. We didn't hear much of him there when he went to the Nets. So,
Shake can create his own shot. He'll find a way to, get out in transition. Yeah. But my main thing is Vincent. I don't know if Vincent is really the guy because they're going to have another point guard. Reeves and LeBron are just going to have to rest at some point. Somebody else is going to have to bring the ball down to control just a couple minutes to really help.
I think that's what they need. They need another little guard play.
Yeah, we'll see what the moves they make. They didn't have to give him any first-round picks for Finney-Smith. He's 31 years old, veteran in the league. I think that player at that age will play better with Davis and LeBron because those guys are up in age. I just thinking when I was LeBron's age, I don't know if I can relate to these 20-year-old guys. that's
man, for sure.
That's kind of weird. That's kind of strange. But anyway, there we go with the NBA. Now let's move on to college hoops. We're seeing more volume now in college basketball. We've got some conference games coming up here. I know the Big Ten's got some games action here. So this time of the year, we just asked the cappers, just give us what you got in college hoops. We'll start with Bo. College hoops, just give us what you got.
All right, man, I'm going to focus on 3 games on the slate. First, I'm looking at the Big 12 game between Cincinnati and Kansas State. We got Cincinnati coming in 10-1, man. The reason why, the defense is top 5 on all defensive categories. They're only allowing about 55.8 points a game. They have not given up more than 70 in any game this season. Over and under sitting at 140.5. I think we're going to get that under, guys. The last couple times these two teams met, it went under the total. Both of them play at a very slow pace. Kansas State is 171, while we have Cincinnati coming in at 274. So I think the first team to get about 65 to get this win. So give me the under 140.5. Other game I'm going to look at is Iowa State versus Colorado. It's the opposite. You know what I'm saying? Iowa State has been known, to play good defense, win lower games, but they've been averaging over 81 points in all of their games this season. Remember, these two teams met in the Maui. It was 99-71, 170 points being scored. And I think we'll see another high with this one. We're getting the big points with Colorado. I think they covered at 10.5, but I like the over 146. And Gonzaga, they coming off their loss against UCLA. We know they beat up on the lesser opponents in this division. Right now, the point spread is 21.5. I don't want to lay that points, but I do think you get over the total. Pepperdine can score. I think they'll score at least 67, maybe 70 points. I think Gonzaga probably getting the hundreds in this one. So give me the over 157.
There we go. Conference opener on ESPN Plus. No respect for Gonzaga. Not giving them the big platform here for that conference opener there. On over to Solo.
Yeah, Michigan State, I like the way Izzo has his team playing ball. They can really score all of a sudden. Seem like his whole style has changed. These guys are getting up and down, shooting the three, playing faster. I think they clamp down on Western Michigan. I think they pull away, cover this spread of -27. I think Columbia and Rutgers, I think Rutgers is going to get up and down. They got a couple players. They're going to score. They're going to stay on the gas until this thing strikes zero. We're going to take over 155. And last one here, I'm going to look at Houston and Oklahoma State. This is a tricky game right here. I think both these teams come in and averaging around 78 points a game. This spread is around 137. That tells me these teams are going to clamp down. I'm going to take the under. I think Houston comes in. I think this is their first real true road game, hostile environment, Oklahoma State. I think this crowd gets behind them. I think Houston wins the game, but I think points of premium will take this total under 137.
There from the Solo. Tell you what I think about these games. The one I've got here, I'm gonna piggyback here with Bo in this one. I'm gonna look at this Colorado and Iowa State game. I know Iowa State's look really good, but that road game they did not defend very well. Even though they got by Iowa late, but the defensive numbers were pretty crooked when you look at the numbers here. Tough spot to play in Colorado. You play that high elevation, but in that game against Iowa State and Colorado did meet in Maui, but they were playing their third game in 3 days. You know how that format works there in Maui. So they were the last game there. I'm going to give the Buffs here the point, taking plus the points. Buffs at home, 49% shooting, 38% from three. They won all 8 games here at home this year. High elevation here, home course. So we're going to see these Big 12 teams having to go into the high elevation here of Colorado. We've seen how this worked in the Pac-12, right? We've seen some Pac-12 schools have trouble there in conference playing in that elevation. I know Oregon's had troubles, UCLA, USC, especially USC. They're the ones that had a lot of trouble playing in that elevation. And I think that elevation will be an issue here for Iowa State going into this one. Iowa State, as I said, in that game against Iowa, gave up 48% shooting, 38% from three. But here they're going to have to deal with elevation. So I like Colorado here plus the 10 points. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Vicks Morning Show. Boy, I don't have a pick on the TCU Arizona game, but I'm surprised it's on ESPN Plus. Boy, ESPN platform not giving any love here to these Big 12 against Houston, Oklahoma State. Note back on the plus side again. Wow. Santa Clara, San Francisco on the plus side, man. What's up? I guess Monday Night Football has a platform. They don't want to put anything up against that. Oh yeah, because they have all these. They have these alternate streams. That's right. That's what they do with the Monday Night Football. But there we go on the college hoops side. Before we get to hockey, let's see what Solo has for sale over at Tony's Picks. Headed to a big week of action here. Starting here on a Monday. Of course, we'll have all. We got Monday Night Football tonight. There's 2 games on Saturday in the NFL. Then we close out with that 14-game card on Sunday. Also in college football, bowl playoffs come back on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, as well as a bunch of bowl games. Game today, some tomorrow. What do you got for sale, Solo, over at Tony's Picks?
We got a 5-pack up today. I got a best bet in the NFL. So we sprinkled all over the sports, NFL, NBA. Even got a bowl game, little something in there for you today. We'll be back loaded throughout the week. These bowl games about to pick up. We definitely heating up in the NFL, so we rolling into that next week. NBA, that's my thing. So, sign up with me short-term, long-term, pay me up one of the good cappers. I'm ready to roll. I told you we're taking over 2025, baby. Look at the books. We heating up.
That's right. Let's heat up here with Solo over at Tony's Picks. Great on the NBA. You see, it gives you this great place here on the show, this great money line hitting. So get on board with Solo. Long-term pass, the way to go. Remember to use that promo code TonyT at checkout. You'll save that 15% off. That 7-day pass is great right now with all the football in here, all the NFL for it's Monday and next week. There's no Monday night game next week. There's all the games on Saturday, Sunday. So that's part of your 7-day pass, as well as all the NBA, college hoops, and the college football bowls. Perfect time to get that 7-day pass. Use that promo code TonyT at checkout, and you'll save that 15% off. Right, Solo, is always great having your show. Continue that great success. We'll catch up with you soon.
Appreciate it, Tony. Good luck, bro. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. So here on the Tony Hicks Morning Show. All right, let's continue here on the show. Got Bo here. He's going to carry today. Guess Rod is frozen over up in Canada. Hi, boy, that snow is tough out there, man. Very tough. Just shovel all that snow and try to get around, man. I never felt that feeling out here in Southern California. I don't know about you, Bo. You get snow sometimes in Dallas, but I don't know if it's at that degree.
Maybe 2 years ago, maybe it froze real bad down here. The grid, everything went out real bad. So that's about the only time I really kind of faced that type of weather, but not the snow, man. So hope you be safe up there, Rod, man. You know what I'm saying? Keep some nice warm cocoa in your system, man. We'll see you on the next, man. But in this slate, we only got 3 games. We'll run through them pretty fast, Tony. It's kind of hard, you know what I'm saying, to put the place in for Rod, man. He's the hockey king. But in this first game, we have Florida versus New York Rangers. This Rangers team looked broken to me, man. They both teams have good goalies. Rangers have only scored 3 goals in the last 3 games. Last time they played, they put up 2 against Tampa Bay, but they still got beat 6-2. I think we'll see an under in this spot. Both teams been struggling, so I like the under 5.5 goals. And when it comes to Winnipeg and Nashville is 3-11-4 on the road, and we have Winnipeg coming in 13-3-1. So I'm gonna lay the little number man money line with Winnipeg. They won the last 3 games straight to the house, so give me Winnipeg on the money line. As far as the Utah game go, if I had to put a play in, I like Utah. I just think they play a little bit better offense. It's a small money line, so I like Utah in that spot.
There from Bo. We got you through the hockey. Now it's time for our parlay peripheral segments where we give out parlays or we can give out player props. We make the call here in this show, so we'll give it to Bo. What do you got for us?
Hey, man, I'm going to take the Chicago Bulls, lay that 5. I like the Clippers minus that 5. And I'm going to round it out, man, with the Cleveland Cavaliers minus the 4.5. I think tonight, 3-team parlay, we already discussed all these games, man. I think all these teams win by at least 7 points or more. So that's a parlay I like in this one.
There from Bo. Parlay, I'll give you Colorado Buffaloes here, plus the points here in their game against Iowa State. I always also like the Knicks and Wizards to go over, and I will take the team with the Bulls here. The team can shoot against the team that can't shoot. Give me the Bulls in that spot. All right, we got you through here. Our parlay segment. Now it's time to see what Bo has for sale over at Tony's Picks. As I said, we're coming to a monster week of action here right now over at Tony's Picks. Bo's been hot here in college football during these bowl games. Bo, what do you got for sale over at Tony's Picks?
Yeah, man. Right now, guys, my best package I have is that NFL College Bowl season. We get down to the wire. We get to the best bowl games. We got the playoffs coming up soon in NFL. I am 9-3 in my bowl games, guys. I'm real selective. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm hitting at a good rate. Right now, guys, you can still get that for $199. Now, think about this. The week goes for $179. Now, you can get all my plays in NFL and college football all the way until they crown the Super Bowl champion. That is February the 9th. That is great value, guys. So make sure you go in there and pick it up. But if you just want to ride for the day, I do have a 3-pack and a 5-pack. My best bet is going to be in that NFL game between the Lions and the 49ers. And I also have a top play in Iowa versus Missouri. So go check it out, guys. We're cashing tickets. Save that 15% on your purchase by using code TonyT. And that's cashing tickets.
Yeah, from Bo, guys, get on board with Bo over at Tony's Picks. Been red hot here in college football, so get on board with Bo and get that long-term pass. That's the best way to go right now. I've got a best bet here in the college football bowls. Also, 3-pack from the NBA, so get on board with me. At perfect time to get that 7-day pass. I'm having a great NFL year, great college football as well. Got you covered for the next 7 days because, remember, NFL closes their season here on Sunday, so that 7-day pass will include all the NFL for Saturday and Sunday here. So we have 2 games on Saturday this week. Of course, all the bowl action as we conclude the bowls here this week. But we'll still have the playoffs after today. We'll have the semifinal round after New Year's Day. We'll have 3 games remaining in college football by we get into next week. So no better time to get on board with that 7-day pass. Promo code TonyT at checkout, and we'll save you that 15% off. Just a reminder, guys, that we're with you here every day here on the Tony Hicks Morning Show here at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. And, of course, if you ever missed the show or if you want to go back and watch some of the later games, just go to our YouTube channel. On the live tab is where you'll see the archive. You could archive it back. Need some help with the later games, just forward up there if you wanted to there. So you'll never miss the show. Appreciate everyone's contributions as well as Our numbers have skyrocketed here on the Tony Mix Morning Show, so we appreciate everybody's support here in the chat, and your viewing is greatly appreciated. And of course, Ron Hahn wants to remind everybody that we also have late steam plays as well. So we allow our cappers to post plays late in the system. A very unique feature for Tony'sPicks.com. I've not seen this offered anywhere in the industry, where we allow our cappers to post plays within 10 minutes, 2 hours before game time, and those plays are emailed directly to the long-term subscribers using the email you use when you sign up for that service. Late steam available on all long-term passes. A great value here. Nobody else in the industry does it. We do it here at Tony'sPicks.com. Some people do it, but they charge an arm and a leg. That feature we have for you here. No doubt about that. All right. Appreciate everybody's contributions here. Of course, over here on our Tony's Picks YouTube channel, not only we do, the Memo is definitely in our system as well. Not only do we our live show, but we also have a picks on demand over on YouTube channel. So the cappers go a lot more in depth with their handicap. When we go in demand here on our show, we keep it rapid fire because we know you guys like them fast and not a whole lot of first take type programming here. It's there's a lot of shows like that. I'm not singling them out, but I'm just saying that we kind of get right into the picks and the handicap of the game. We try to get rid of everything outside that peripheral. But anyway, Bo, I know you have some content over on Tony's YouTube channel. What are your plans for the week?
Yeah, man, it's Tony said, guys, we appreciate you guys' time. That's why we try to get in here and get you out, man. We know you got things to do. But if you need some additional free plays, I do have 3 picks that's uploaded on the demand site. So go check it out, guys. And we appreciate all the likes and subscribes, helping us build this channel up, man. So shout out to everybody in the chat, dropping them comments, man. We appreciate y'all. Let's cash these tickets today.
That's right, guys. Cash these tickets today. Indeed, check out Bo over at Tony's Picks YouTube channel. Of course, I've got the full rundown from all the major sports, NBA, got NFL, college football up there. So you can always catch my on-demand content over on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel. Of course, make sure you like, subscribe, and set those notifications so you're live when we give you the live picks. And we're also our on-demand channel, so you can see what's coming through our on-demand. Lots of great content, lots of capper contributions. We appreciate everyone's contributions here. So appreciate you there here on the 26 Morning Show. And of course, we've got a lot of more things coming in 2025. So we appreciate everyone's contributions here in 2024. All right, Bo, before we go, you got anything in closing before we go?
Hey, man, just want to say everybody stay safe out there, man. Be smart, be able with your mind, not with your heart. Let's get it.
Let's get it indeed. That's going to do it for the show. We're going to wake up. Bye, guys. You guys make it a winning Monday. We're back here tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. Eastern time here on the Tony's Picks Morning Show.
Peace.